Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Not Just Girl Talk. I am your host, Ashanti.
And I'm your host, Tiffany.
And welcome back. Welcome back. Y'all already know how we do. You come on over here with me and sit on the couch, or you can head over there with Tiffany at the Fully Stop Bar. It doesn't matter where you go as long as you're kicking it with Not Just Girl Talk. Okay. So y'all already know we got to do a little housekeeping rules before we get started. But Tiffany gonna let y'all know what to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about Not Just Girl Talk.
Yes, all of our info is in our bio. So make sure you guys are following us on all social media platforms. Follow us on IG at Not Just Girl underscore Talk. And make sure you guys are subscribing to Not Just Girl Talk podcast on YouTube.
Yep, in that order, and just like she said. Okay, so beverage of the day. Y'all make sure y'all got a beverage in y'all hand when you listening to us. This is the only way, you know what I'm saying, to get into the conversation. Sipping and speaking. So Tiffany, what you sipping on today?
Um, I have some Stella Rosa Black today. So just simple.
Oh,
Oh, no, it's not me. I know it's not a high
black.
percentage. Stella Rosa Black is what
Okay,
it's
yeah, I see
called.
she always come with a new beverage. Just saying. Tiffany be coming with a new beverage every episode. That's why she at the bar. I'm
You know,
telling you, it's
Stella,
always stop.
but Stella Rosa got every, all
Yeah.
the flavors. So
Okay. Well, since you're sipping on her alcohol, I won't be indulging today because I did go to the gym and I'm trying to be good today. I am drinking on a Suja juice. It's green. Okay. It don't look like that in my beverage. While you are drinking your alcohol, I am consuming. It is apple, mango, cucumber, and a little banana in
that
my
may not be
juice.
bad. I like all of the stuff that's in it. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
love
not. It's
banana,
not
but
even.
banana blended or whatever is not. I can do banana flavor.
Yeah, and it's not even. You know, some stuff be like a little too tart, like
Mhm.
sour. It don't have it. It's a sweeter juice, but it's
Okay.
healthy. So that's what I'm drinking today because I did go to the gym and I was like, I'm trying to pull back because when I say I've been outside, I have been outside and drinking every weekend. It's like it feel like every day. It's given almost every
It
day.
was your birthday too. You know,
It was my birthday. I don't even
it's your
know if we
birthday
told them it
month.
was my
It's
birthday.
your birthday
It is my whole birthday. I don't think we told y'all. Yes, my birthday was June 1st. Gemini, big Gemini, best sign. You know what I'm saying? And Gemini gang. Um, the best sign for y'all. If y'all got any Geminis in your life, if you a Gemini, happy birthday for the month of June. We celebrate all month long. Okay, so I had to go to the gym and pull off on the liquor because it's been like every day. But I've been having a good time. So what you been up to? What you been popping? What's been going on?
month. Girl, not much. I'm still doing summer school, but this we actually got Juneteenth off this Monday, so I'm excited about that. But I took my girls to the little block party they were having in Murfreesboro, I guess. And it was nice. And for the first year, really, I know it got approved as a national holiday, Juneteenth
Hmm.
last year, but I think it like days off from work and stuff started kind of this year.
Yes, they
But
did because I
yeah,
am off as well. Where the bank holiday, we've recognized it. I'm off work. I'm
yeah.
so excited.
It's just, but my girls, they don't know what it is. But they just enjoyed the bounce house, and we had food trucks, all
Hmm.
that stuff. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I was just at the field football.
Well, yeah, you football mom.
It's football mom is getting started. Jade is going to go and try for volleyball coming up. She just applied for her first job. I know. So she is 14, but if you have a permit, like I can approve her to work for the summer. So it's only limited hours that they'll give her.
Yeah.
But I did let her apply for her first job, and I do have I did agree to the little permit for her to work. So I said only for the summer, not during the school year, and it's gonna be limited because you don't have to. But she's like, I want to, she kind of just want to get out there a little bit. So I was like, okay, let's see.
Yeah, we were
And then when
working
she
at
felt
15.
we were
15.
working at 15 strong, we
Ain't
were
never stopped.
dang, mm. And she And then when she was doing her application, she said, "Oh, I can't work on Saturdays and Sundays."
Girl, that's the,
I said,
you know,
"What?"
I got a choice
I
at
said,
14.
what do you
You the
mean?
one that's
What's
gonna be working on Saturdays and Sundays.
correct? They putting
The
you on
adults
the
want
schedule."
off. The adults want off. Like,
She was like, "Oh, I need to fix this. I can't work on Saturdays and Sundays." And I was like, do I tell her she gotta work Saturdays and Sundays, or do I start to let her pick her own schedule? You know what I'm saying? Like,
let her figure it
what do
out.
you want to work?
But you know, this generation, they just say what they want. That's the difference between them and us too. And we'll get them that. They probably say, I'm not doing this, and I
Mm-hmm.
told you on here, this is what I'm working,
Mm-hmm.
and they,
Mm-hmm.
you know, they're
Right.
more
So
like we just did it because we okay.
right. And I'm like, do I allow her to be that vocal starting out and pick her own stuff? Like, let you know you pick what you want to do. You don't it's not dictated around what they say, but what do you choose to work? And give her the level of what freedom looks like when you get to pick.
I don't know,
I know.
girl.
I was torn.
Different.
I said, just put it down for right now. Just go and sign up. Because you may not they need you to know you can work on the weekends, honey. So we'll see. It's just a learning curve as well with the generation, like you said. So did that. That's for the weekend. So what you got for me? Tiffany, I already know she got a question for me. I don't know what the question is. Um, so what should I enlighten the people on today?
Well, actually, this is, I don't want to say serious, but it was
Okay.
one, it's not a date. It's just simple. What are you most afraid of and why? Told you, it's different. So,
Most afraid of? Ooh, I'm not gonna get too dark with it.
yeah.
I do have a.
Ooh,
Okay,
mine is kind of,
let me see. Oh, what am I afraid of?
yeah,
I would
good
say
question.
I know because there's so many ways that I can answer this in different. It depends on different scenarios, but I'm gonna say, just I guess staying on brand with us. I would say I am most afraid of my sons going to jail.
You do have
That's the
boys.
thing for me. Yeah. So that's a big thing for me. I tell them, please don't go to jail. Like that's not that I'm like afraid for it to happen, but that's definitely something that like tugs at me with them. Like, and they not even bad like in the street in the world,
Yeah,
boys, But when you grow up, when people grow up
yeah.
and become themselves,
And how they
life,
interact with police.
yeah, with their people, just out and about, like just being in like certain spaces and environments. So for me, that's the thing with my boys a little bit. If I'm gonna say anything that I'd be fearful of, like I don't want them to be caught up with the wrong people. Like that's just a thing for me. Like, oh, please don't get caught up with the wrong crowd. Like, uh,
Yeah.
and don't get mixed up. Like remember what I've taught y'all. So that for me would be a big a fear that I would say kind of weighs on me a little bit.
Yeah, I can see that because you do have
Hmm.
a lot of boys. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, I
And
think,
Jade, I guess my fear for her too. So if I'm gonna say fear for, I would say for her, it's just don't get caught up. Oh my God, that's a big fear for me for her. And she's so smart. She way smarter than I was at that age. But I do talk to her in a certain way as well, age appropriate, of course. Um, but getting caught up in things of other people, getting caught up in boys, getting caught up in just doing what other people want you to do, which she's not really that type. But you never know. You never know when you hang around certain people how they influence impacts you. So I guess if you want to say for everybody, it's just for them getting caught up and forgetting who they are and not remembering their path. That would be my biggest fear for me is for my kids to still remember who they are. Like don't get caught up. Don't get caught up.
absolutely. I don't know. For me, like when I was thinking of it, of course, I think I've discussed, of course, everybody should know our audience that I have MS. So that's always, I think, going to be one of the biggest fears for me because I have children now, of course, a husband, but I just am concerned that or scared or fear that maybe I'm not able to be there for their most, at least through high school and graduate and college, preferably, where I'm able to still maneuver and things like that. Like if something messes up with my walking or I can't do it. And, that's something that I'm definitely afraid of with my daughters. And, Erin knows that I have MS and all of that, but she just knows, yeah, mommy has MS and, she doesn't necessarily know. And she knows if I'm ever not able to do something, how to call, she knows how to use the phone and stuff like that. So we've had that conversation, but I do, worry that, dang, I'm healthy now, but what if things take a turn or things like that? So that's always the little back in your head.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. But
and my husband do too.
I can't say, yeah, I can see that being a thing, especially from a health side for you with the girls wanting to definitely be fully healthy at all of their special moments, so you can fully partake in it. So I can see that. I don't know if I ever thought about that. Well, I mean, even for you, like, even though I know, I never thought about that part for you.
Because everybody sees this. And I'm not saying that I am doing well, and I'm thankful for that, grateful for that. But I do know that I have a chronic illness that cannot be treated. Well, it can't go away. It can be treated, but I'm going to always have it the rest of my life. So it can progress, and I know the stages that it can go through or get to. And it doesn't mean that it is, but it is a possibility.
Yeah. So I can see that. Okay, well, we expose our fears. Oh my goodness, that was a little deep. It was a little deep. I was like, oh, let me put myself together to really think about that. So we're gonna move on, y'all, into the plug.
Yeah. So my plug for this week is to be pretty much, we have summer break upon us, that I teach, and we both have children. But for me, I think it's important to balance summer. I know I think we should spend time, let kids do something. It doesn't matter financial, you can do something small, but just be intentional about, spending time, extra time during the summer, because they in school all through the school year, and I'm a teacher. But I also say this when I say balance, because my oldest, she's in summer school. I make that decision because she was struggling in math. And don't feel guilty about that, because she still has all of the rest of the summer, and it's half a day. And don't feel guilty like, oh, you're just supposed to have fun the whole summer. Well, if you're struggling, let me give you that extra help. So I think it's important. And then you don't want kids, because the way it is, you get kids get 2.5 months off or whatever it is, and they get deconditioned and they don't know how to do school when they go back. Like, I don't forgot everything. So I think it should be a somewhat of a balance. But I definitely think you should take them somewhere. It doesn't matter if you do a staycation where you stay at, or just a beach, whatever you can do out the country, even if you can. Take that time and make sure we're intentional about letting our kids explore during the summer. So that's my plug.
Okay, so my plug is to make sure that you are doing things with your kids for the summer. Okay. As you can see, me and Tiffany are on the same page with the plug. So it's definitely making sure you're intentional about doing things with your kids this summer, whether it be for once a week, twice a week, whatever it may be. Also, parents, we have to remember to keep in mind that it's not about how much we spend on our kids, but how much time we're spending with our kids. It's been plenty of times, if you think about it, how many times have your kids remembered the moments and not the money that you spent? So my plug is to be intentional, regardless of the income. We know everything is high gas, high food, high, the cost of living has just, increased across the board. So we definitely want to make sure that we're not always thinking that it takes a boatload of money to do things with your kids, because they definitely remember those moments and not the amount of money that we've spent. So things such as a picnic, going to the park, playing games with each other,
Yeah.
definitely that is very, very, very intentional stuff that we need to do. So that is my plug.
Girl. So I just think that is so funny, you guys, that we both this tells you that we have been friends for a long time for some in my eye.
Hmm.
But because we just didn't we got pretty similar plugs because
Hmm.
our minds with kids, like we've been friends too long, girl.
I know when you start,
You was
I
looking
was
like I
like,
was like, uh-oh. But yeah, this was not planned. Let's be clear. Not at all.
in any capacity, I'm like, what? This girl that got my blood. I'm over like, do I revamp what I need to do?
Mm-mm.
But it was
It's
good. It was
good.
good.
Um,
So we definitely had the same plug. Oh my goodness.
yes.
Friends, friends, friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know.
Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, we're gonna move into our topic of discussion today. So me and Sif was talking, right? And being black women, um, she brought up like, hey, pretty much are black women considered superheroes? Um, and I'm like, are we considered superheroes? So what is your take? I know you kind of navigated this topic, so I kind of wanted to know,
Yeah.
what you thought about it.
So I'm thinking like what do we know as superheroes in the first place? What do they do?
Hmm.
They save the world and make the world a better place.
Hmm.
Um and that I just kind of think that it's already not that many technically on TV, but that's another show.
Hmm.
But we say superheroes, just I think from if we're gonna start generational, and that's my
Hmm.
mindset. I think that now women are doing more, and it's
Hmm.
nothing against previous generations and things like that. I just think that you do what you know. And back then or previous generations, I think women just, the men worked and the woman stayed at home and all of this. And now women are being CEOs, COOs, and all of the above and stepping into entrepreneurship roles and things like that. I was reading,
Hmm.
so Forbes said Black female entrepreneurs are launching more businesses than ever, higher rates than white men. So that's black women, right? So
Yeah.
that, but back then, I'm telling you, this is just now that we're
Yeah.
starting to come in. I think COVID even made that higher.
Hmm.
Harvard Business Review says 70% of black women are in the process of starting or running new businesses compared to 10% of white women and 15% of white men.
Hmm.
However, there always be hurdles with black women,
Correct.
just because like capital is harder for us to maybe get money to help with that small
Hmm.
business, and then we're not born into generational wealth most times. So,
Right.
but I think the fact that it's still 70% that we're doing it more, that we ain't giving up, and that's what makes us strong. And we don't give up. We gonna keep going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what makes
Yeah.
black women dope. I don't know.
I agree. And I think with the superhero statement, I was like, well, are we superheroes? Because in my head, I'm like, superheroes are fictional. We are very much real
Yeah.
in live. So I'm like, when you think a superhero, it's like, oh, it's not real.
Yeah.
It in life, like, oh, it's not real. They're doing the unthinkable, or people can't do these type of things. So I think that we were looked at, or we could, depending on who, be looked at and as a superhero, like, oh wow, oh, they're doing this now. Oh wow, they're
Yeah.
able to do that. It's kind of a shock, like, oh, they're doing this, or they're able to do that, or these women are smart and intelligent. So yes, we are. It's not fictional, baby. It's real life. Okay. We're doing these things. We are stepping out. We are making waves. And I also think about superheroes being pretty much strong. if you look at the Black woman, it's always a thing. Majority of the time, it's a label for us to be strong Black women. That's something that's definitely goes with us. That title. Um, and for me, I'm like, we've been strong in certain areas because we've had to be strong, and how can I put it? So we've had to be strong in certain areas, and I also equate that to masculine energy too. So I looked at it
Hmm.
like, yeah, because when you say the strong Black woman,
Yeah.
it doesn't show it's not seen as delicate. It's
Right.
not seen in
To the
the
world.
feminine in
Yeah.
right to the word. It's not seen as a feminine role. It's definitely shown like your masculine energy. You're doing
Yeah.
everything. It's also kind of equated to a single mother almost. When you strong, independent,
Yeah.
single, but you see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
all of these things start to be attached to us when you think of us in a strong role. And when I think of
I wonder why
superheroes,
that is.
I
Yeah.
know it really, really is. We those labels stick to us, even if you are a strong, Black woman taking care of your business, doing things. Guess what they're gonna say? You got an attitude. Oh, it's the attitude. It's not confidence. So confidence becomes attitude, and strength becomes dominance, becomes masculine.
Yeah.
So all of those things, because I'm thinking of superheroes as strong people, independent
Mhm.
people, and when they put that strong label on us, it kind of
Yeah.
turns it to another eye. And that's why I'm like, we're definitely real women who have stepped forward, who, whether we be strong, and I say strong, and I mean strong in confidence, a
Mhm.
confident woman. We are
Yeah.
feminine women. We are not always in our masculine energy. We are dominating things right now because we have been the backbone of a lot of things. The backbone for men, the backbone in our country, things that we've done. We've always been that figure.
Yeah. And
So,
you know, I don't know where I was reading, but I think collectively Black women support anybody. We are going to be
hmm
on social media. We're going to support, you know what I'm saying? And for example, you know, um, mass shootings, it doesn't have to be Black people. And I say this because you just said that you don't want your sons to go to prison and things like that.
hmm
But our Black boys are, getting killed, whether it's by the police or whatever. When they die and stuff, you don't see a lot. And I'm not saying that it's everybody, but I'm just saying when it's the role is reversed and somebody, it doesn't matter the culture. We're always rest in peace. We gonna run. We support regardless. Whereas
hmm
it's crickets almost when from our counterparts when our babies may
hmm
get killed due to gun violence or just Trayvon Martin and all of the different what I mean, like all of
hmm
this
hmm
stuff.
hmm
I think that we're not to we still can find it. We gonna rest in peace. I hate to hear
hmm
that, and we don't get
hmm
that same you know
Yeah.
energy if something
Yeah.
happens to one of us or our
hmm
babies. I just think that's another strength that women we still gonna show support and go high
Yeah.
always. I feel like
We do show support. I feel like we do, and I think that women, we always. I think most women, people be like, "Oh, women don't support women." Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, we do. We buy makeup. We buy clothes. Where you get the people, most people have boutiques. You buying clothes
yeah,
from the other women boutique.
yeah,
You looking on YouTube at the girls, and you being influenced about what they do. We're following them. We're bigging them up. We're giving them likes. We're supporting their grind. So yes, we do. We do support each other. We do uplift each other. Now you do have some, and it's very few, where one bad apple to me does not spoil the bunch. That's how I feel. It's
right,
just one bad apple, take it out and move it. And now we got a whole lot of apples left that are still good. Um, so I do feel like as Black women, I think we need to change the narrative, and instead of us being the strong Black woman, we are the confident Black woman.
yeah,
Because that it's totally switches the
yeah,
lens of how you're looking at us.
yeah,
We are mothers who have a household. that has the father in it. It's not, because we just passed on Father's Day this Sunday. So
Yeah.
there are fathers, black fathers, who are in the household with their kids. And even if they're not in the household with their kids, they are still great dads. There
Yeah.
are still great men who are in their kids' lives, whether the woman is considered a single woman or not. If she is a single mother, that does not mean she's struggling because she's a single mother. She could very well have equal help with her
Yeah.
kid's dad as a married person can have.
Yeah.
So the whole narrative of strong, and I'm only saying
Mhm.
strong because I think of superheroes, I go straight to like
Mhm.
strong, unbelievable things are happening.
Yeah.
This is,
And
the
you know,
fictional part of it.
and I feel like that's what the media or whoever, I feel like our counterparts may not expect us, but I feel
Hmm.
like we have to work harder, definitely. But to be those CEOs in the boardroom or be over them, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
you can't be CEO, you can't be COO, you can't, but
Hmm.
we're doing it. And that was unheard of.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
and women try to own their own business. What?
Yeah.
And we're not going to get that equal, unfortunately, support, if we have
Oh, it's
small
not.
businesses and stuff. So I'm saying, but we support, our counterparts
Yeah.
always, just because,
We out
that's
here
just,
doing the dang old thing. You hear me?
COVID has helped that. Like when I say COVID, you sit at home like, now we know what we can do. I
Yeah.
think it changed a lot. I
I
don't
think
know.
we've always we've always known. It's just about the execution, the timing.
Yeah.
I think everything has its timing. Everything. I'm a firm believer of things happen when they're supposed to happen,
Yeah.
and I feel like in this moment is the moment that it's supposed to happen in, and the recognition is there. So we out here doing the dang on thing as black women, and we're gonna keep rocking out. That's all I gotta say on it.
Yeah, that is it, y'all. Let us know what y'all think. Do you think we're considered? Because I do think that where we started, we and where we're at now, and so we definitely
Hmm.
appreciate that. But we still, I do think have some way to go, because I would
Hmm.
love for us to have businesses that are supported equally as much as
Hmm.
our counterparts and things like
Yeah.
that. So, and resources available just as equally or equitable. So
Hmm.
just let
Hmm.
us know what y'all think.
Yep. Mm-mm-mm. Let us know how y'all feel. Put the comments in the comment section. Make sure y'all give our YouTube video a thumbs up. We appreciate the love and the support that y'all are showing us. And y'all already know, before we get out of here, Tiffany got to get y'all some soul food. So I'm gonna give you something to feed your soul for the week. What you got, Tiff?
Ooh, yeah, soul food for this week, child. Let's see. Okay. Um, it is. I want this one. Oh yeah. I wasn't concerned, and so I did this soul food. I'm gonna tell you who the quote was from afterwards. But soul food, I wasn't concerned about the hardships because I always felt I was doing what I had to do, what I wanted to do, and what I was destined to do. And this was written by Catherine, or quoted by Catherine Dunham. And she was like a famous African American dancer. And so I thought that was dope, based on we were talking about superhero strong
Mm-hmm.
women. But I'm gonna repeat that one more time. I
Yeah.
wasn't concerned about I wasn't concerned about the hardships because I always felt I was doing what I had to do, what I wanted to do, and what I was destined to do.
I
So
like that. I like that. Okay. Yeah, I already know we're gonna wrap up the show. And it's two things that we want you to do when you're listening to Not Just Girl Talk. Number one is refill your cup.
and vibe with Tiffany and Ashanti.
Wow. We need to refill our cup.